Hello everybody, it's Hippodippin here today, and we're going to be doing some Pokemon competitive analysis. Today I just wanted to choose Heracross because, I don't know, I was just feeling Heracross. Maybe I've seen him somewhere, I don't know. But let me tell you, he is quite a monster. I mean, legitimately, he is an absolute beast when it comes to Pokemon, and you know what, I didn't even realize it. So I will definitely be using Heracross in the future, but I'm not sure when. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, I mean, he's so good. Crazy good. So let's go ahead and take a look at Heracross, and I'm also going to be doing his Mega version too. I found that Choice Scarf happens to be one of the best items you can give a Heracross, and I'll tell you why in a second there. But I mean, you could also run, like, I don't know, Life Orb or Expert Belt, but really Choice Scarf just turns this Pokemon into an absolute threat, and nobody even realizes it. So Choice Scarf is the item I would definitely use. Of course, you're open to other options, but I would still recommend the Choice Scarf just because you're going to be able to outspeed stuff, and you're going to be on the same levels like Jolteon and stuff like that. So, you know, I mean, you're going to be very fast, and there's no question about that. And what makes Choice Scarf a worthwhile item is because it gets the ability Moxie. So once he goes ahead and kills one Pokemon, it's going to raise his attack by 1. And that way you can just keep chaining kills, and you're going to get more and more powerful, and you're not even going to be able to be stoppable at some point or another. And it works the same way with, like, my star Pokemon, Crocodile. And you can just see what an absolute monster of a beast he is. And, I mean, Moxie, easily one of the best abilities out there. Now, you could also go with Guts and give him, like, a Flame Orb, but I'd prefer Moxie just because after you kill one, you're going to be at the basic same boost. I mean, the boost is 1.5 times, and then Guts also gives you 1.5 times, but still, you're going to be able to, after you kill one, you're going to be at the same level as Guts would get you, and you're not losing any health, and you're wicked fast. To me, that just paints a better picture than having to take burn or toxic damage each turn and being able to be a lot slower, really. So, I don't know. It's up to you. I definitely prefer Choice Scarf, though. In terms of his moves, we can definitely give him Close Combat, Megahorn, Knockoff, and Rockslide. Now, the thing to worry here is Close Combat lowers your defense and special defense by 1. Now, this would normally worry me, but considering the fact that you're going to have a Choice Scarf and you're going to be wicked fast, I'm not too concerned, and I'll tell you why. Because you're going to be able to outspeed pretty much anything, and once you get those attack boosts, nothing's going to be able to stop you unless it, like, 4 times resists, like Crobat or something like that. But I mean, it's going to be, you're going to be pretty set off once you go ahead and get that. And with Stab, you're going to be sitting at 180 base power without even factoring in attack or defense or anything like that. So you're at a very, very, very powerful move, and it's not many things are going to be able to stop you, let's put it that way. Megahorn has the same base power. I mean, with Stab, it's up to 180 again, but its accuracy is like 85, so you're not going to be able to rely on that too heavily. I personally still stick with Close Combat. The thing about Megahorn is it hits so hard, and it's such a good coverage move. People really don't look at Bug as a really good coverage move, or coverage type per se. And I gotta say, Bug's pretty good. It hits a lot of Pokemon pretty hard, where they wouldn't be able to otherwise. And the Stab just makes it totally worthwhile. So I'd really go with Megahorn on Heracross. Knockoff is also a pretty standard move. 1.5 times damage if they are holding an item, with which they definitely are. And I mean, the only other dark type move Heracross would probably consider would be a Night Slash, but the thing is, Knockoff is only 5 base power less than Night Slash, and also you're knocking off an item, so I'd really stick with Knockoff if I can just give you my personal opinion. But Knockoff's such a good move. Also, you're getting that boost when you first use it against a Pokemon that has an item, which 9 times out of 10, or excuse me, 10 times out of 10 they will be having an item, so you're going to get a pretty powerful move. Rockslide is just another coverage move. Not exactly the most accurate thing in the world, but it's pretty good. It's more accurate than Stone Edge, and that you think an additional 10% wouldn't matter that much. Let me tell you, it matters, especially at times when you need it most. That's the worst thing to get, is when you lose a battle because Stone Edge missed. Anyway, this Rockslide just gives you that extra percentage of being able to hit it, along with, you know, flying type Pokemon and stuff like that. So that's going to be a pretty good coverage type move, and personally I'd recommend it. So I'd go ahead and put that on him. We're then going to be taking a look at his Mega Form here. Very different Pokemon, very different, and you wouldn't think a whole ability would change a Pokemon so much, but let me tell you, it really does. His item's obviously going to be Heracross. His ability is going to be Skilling. And multi-hit attacks are always going to hit the maximum amount of times. That is pretty awesome. Let me tell you right now, it works excellently. And I gave him all multi-hit items. I really did. And I will discuss some of these right now. Arm Thrust is not that common of a move on this Pokemon, and I'll tell you why. Arm Thrust is 15, and it'll hit 5 times, so that's about 75 damage. With Stab, that's going to be pretty good. But the thing is, a move like Close Combat would do this, do even more. And the thing about Mega Heracross is he's slower. He lost 10 base speed, but he's got a crazy attack stat and a pretty good HP stat. So what I did was I maxed out his attack and HP, and that's going to allow him to take hits pretty nicely. So I do not want to go lowering his defenses with Close Combat when he could be outsped by a flying type Pokemon like Talonflame and be one-shot. So I don't know, it's just something to consider, and with all that HP you should be able to live a super effective attack and then be able to retaliate pretty hard with that massive HP base 185 attack, and when it's maxed out is over 515. That is absolutely insane. That's, oh, I can't even get into that right now. Let me tell you. Yeah, it's such a good Pokemon. But the thing is, he's pretty slow, so you do have to watch out for the super effective hits. Arm Thrust, I don't know. I like it, but if you really want to play risky, you might want to go Close Combat or something else like that. Pin Missile is a pretty good move. 95% accuracy, 25 base power. That's going to be hitting pretty hard, and with 125 base power, once you get all 5, that's going to be pretty, quite the hurt on your opponent, if I must say so. And you won't ever have to worry about like Psychic or Dark type Pokemon after that move. And thanks to the multi-hit factor, all these moves, abilities like multi-scale or what's another one? The Focus Sash or Sturdy, you won't have to worry about that. These moves are going to be ensure that you'll get the kill, and most likely you will, considering how massive his attack stat is, and the fact that all of these are going to hit 5 times in a row, as long as they're 100% accurate, which Bullet Punch and Arm Thrust are. Pin Missile and Rock Blast are like 90 and 95, so I wouldn't worry about it. Bullet Seed, going to be able to hit those really sturdy Water-type Pokemon really hard, Ground-type Pokemon too. Pokemon you wouldn't be able to hit naturally with some of your other moves are going to be taking quite a beating from Bullet Seed, and it's going to help out, especially with this type of Pokemon where grass coverage is pretty nice. Rock Blast is also a really good move on this Pokemon. In fact, I'd say it's much better than even Pin Missile. Just because Rock Blast absolutely decimates any type of Pokemon that would have an edge over you, like flying type Pokemon. Just saying, if you can predict the switch, you are all set, let me tell you. You are absolutely perfect. And Rock Blast, Rock Blast, let me tell you, 125 base power, that's hitting stronger than an unstabbed Close Combat. So that's pretty good. That's actually really good. So, yeah. That's pretty much Heracross for you. He's got really good stats. It's at really slow speed, which kind of is a disappointment, but really, he's such a good Pokemon. You can't even ignore that. Yeah, I mean, I definitely like his Mega Form, but I have to say, if I had to choose, I'd probably choose his regular form, just because that Choice Scarf will boost his speed, and I'd be able to hit it really hard with Moxie. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today, guys. I'm Hippodippin', and if you guys like the content, please subscribe. It really means a lot to me. Leave a like, a rating, or a comment, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.